All right, ready?
Yeah.
They've decided to attack, so I guess so. Hello, everyone. This is Isaac.
We can wait a second.
Nope. So Tarren's not going to introduce himself.
I just wasn't sure what we were doing. Hey guys, this is Tarren.
And we are True Masters and Morons playing Diablo 3 Hardcore.
For the first time in a long time.
For the first time in a long time. For the first time since we changed our name, actually.
That is true. That is true.
Nobody cares about you.
As a reminder, we're playing on hardcore, which means that death is true. Which means that this game is hard.
Also known in other Let's Play circles as "You dead, son."
Is that actually a thing?
It is for one very specific group of Let's Players, known as Achievement Hunter. I don't know that they've ever actually said son. I think that's just me, but...
You done be dead, son?
No,
Warriors
you dead.
Warrior of the Templar Order. I'm not going to stand here and wait for you, except apparently we are. Oh, okay.
But yeah, he like that was the name of a couple of their episodes, was just like, you dead, and they had the whole Achievement Hunter crew playing a game that you could either live or die, and, you know, if they died, then it's like, okay, you're out of the game. Like, they did a Minecraft with that, so...
Oh. Oh, right. Hold shift to stand still.
It's spacebar for me, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it's been a long time since we've done this. I know, you know, we said we would just do this when we were out of ideas. We're not really out of ideas, but we haven't done one in forever, so we're like, hey, let's revisit this.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's like, what should we do? Well, we have this, or this, or this. It's like, you know what we haven't done? Tried desperately to survive in a long time.
We haven't tried desperately to survive in an expert of Diablo Hardcore.
Oh, right. It's an expert, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. We went as hard as we could.
Hardcore.
Because, you know, we hate ourselves. Even before we named ourselves Morons, we hated ourselves.
Be iced, yon-ho.
Yon-ho. Were you about to say young-ho?
No, I just sort of slurred it like yon-ho. That's right, increase that damage. The longer I hit you, the more it does. Scholarly Fez of the Hawk. Wablam!
Literally the only time that's ever used.
Right. There's no, like, magical get rid of barriers ability from the guy, but oh, right. Boo! Oh,
it's really funny, because Tarren's like, oh, we're going to go fight the Bone King. I'm like, no, we're not. We're not that close.
I thought we were right there. I really did. But no, I do love that. It's like, black magic bars our way. I'm going to hit it with a stick.
I mean, it's a stick with a metal point, but yeah. Oh, that's such a hardcore opinion.
Oh, it's great, because he goes through so much growth.
Yeah,
like, oh my gosh, everything I knew, literally everything I know is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Time to break a barrier with a stick. With a stick.
I'm gonna break a barrier with a stick.
Oh. Oh my.
Let's do it!
Hydra, sucker! Oh. Be gone!
Give me your life forces.
Slash destroyed. I forget, do those explosions hurt them too?
No idea.
My cold does. It's like my boss, one of his favorite sayings is, he's like, don't worry, so-and-so, I forgive you. But my Tommy gun don't! And part of what makes that funny is he's the kind of person I would only be slightly surprised to discover owns a Tommy gun.
Really?
I know he doesn't have one, but if he ever acquired one, I would only be a little bit surprised.
Good to know about your boss.
Why do you make it sound like that's creepy?
Just like the owning of a Tommy gun is just such a specific thing.
Well, he has several other guns. He's a ex-military hunter guy.
I know, but a Tommy gun, I don't think that's a normal civilian weapon. I don't think that's a normal weapon anymore.
Well, I think it's the anymore part. Yeah, I'm like, I don't think anyone keeps Tommy guns anymore. They're kind of old school, but you know.
Yeah. Mordor everything. You heard me, Mordor.
For a second, I couldn't decide whether you like making a joke about doors or if there was a Lord of the Rings comment incoming or what. But nope, it was just Mordor.
You want to hear a Lord of the Rings comment? So, Sarah and I were looking at Audible books for my job because I work as a cleaning crew, and because of that, I'm alone for most of the time. So I'm able to just sit there and listen to books. And I'm going to mention this in another video too. But for all of you at home, you can go to your local library or online on an app. We personally use an app called Overdrive. Connect it with your local library card, and you can rent books, audiobooks, borrow books from your library on your phone to download onto your phone, as long as your local library owns copies of those books.
Hashtag not sponsored, just really you can get audiobooks online from your library because cool.
For free because library. Now, yeah, it is it is exactly that, a library.
What's
so just like everything else with a library, if it's already being loaned out to somebody else, you have to wait your turn, but still... Like, it's still way better than, like, going to Audible and paying $50 for a book, you know?
That's super cool, actually, yeah.
Anyway, so we were doing that, and we looked into the Lord of the Rings trilogy and The Hobbit, and it has the length of each of the recordings available.
Okay.
Guess how long each of those books is?
3 hours-ish?
Yeah, it's only 3 hours.
So about the length of watching one of the films.
Yeah, right?
That's actually why I guessed that amount. I know the films are all 3-something.
Well, and here's the thing. Aragon, which is what I'm reading right now, well, re-listening to, I should say, is 16 or 18 hours, something like that.
But the Lord of the Rings is only 3?
Yeah, each of the books are only 3 or 4 hours long.
Does the narrator read like me? Like, what's going on here?
I'm sorry, but if you guys are not amused by that, you haven't listened to any of our lores.
Isaac gives me crap for talking too fast, and
hey, some of our commenters give you crap for talking.
Commenters have told me the same thing. You read too fast. English is not my first language. I'm sorry. I'm working on it.
But yeah, that's just it. I don't know, but they are all currently on hold because I'm like, you know what? I've read through, but not retained any, and in all honesty, probably only actually read like half of each of those books. And so I'm like, you know what? I'd love to read those, and if they're only a 3-hour listen each, that's like less than half of my shift each day.
You might call it a 3-hour tour.
People born after the year 1999 have no idea what that reference is, and people born after 1990 are still like, did he really?
Right.
But yeah, so that's just it. I was so surprised and so shocked at the length of that book. So
yeah, that is a shocker for sure.
Yeah. And we looked at other books, and like I recently read Wishful Drinking by Carrie Fisher, kind of an autobiography thing after her ECT. wonderful, amazing woman, hilarious, very well written, and it's a very good read. Would highly recommend. And
we are not even vaguely in the same spot, are we?
No. And it's read by the author, Carrie Fisher, and that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, you went forward, I went to a side spot.
How do I look at the map? Because
Tab.
Tab. My gosh, it's been a while since I played Diablo.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like, these are basic buttons, brah.
What was that?
These are basic buttons, brah.
I pressed M, you know, map.
Yeah, no, that is the big map. If you go to the yeah, if you hit
Yeah, no, I pressed tab and I'm with you now.
I know, but if you hit M and you hit plus, it takes you to the tab button.
Huh.
Huh.
Like, hey, check that out.
My character's so ugly when he doesn't have his bone armor on. He's just wearing this red thing. I don't like it.
It's this red thing. I'm not a fan.
Ooh, is this the... Oh, it's not. Dang it.
Is this the what?
This looked like the hallway that would lead us to the hall, the end.
Yeah. I thought the same thing. Die, flying beast!
Yeah. No, that is probably... I will say I had the weirdest thing for work yesterday or the day before. I was legitimately excited to go to work. Not because of the job. Because the job is still, it's very, you know, it's cleaning. It's a lot of bending over and picking stuff up and wiping out toilets. You know, pleasantries. But okay. I was excited to go to work because I got to listen to my book again.
That is pretty nice. That is an experience I've never had. I've never had something where I've never worked in a job experience where I could just turn my ears off and ignore everything else.
Yeah, I can only listen with one earbud because I do have to be aware of my surroundings, etc. So they don't want us, you know, both earbuds in.
You can't be the cleaning staff in every movie ever.
Right.
Murder, destruction, explosions, blow you through 3 walls. Cleaning guy listening to elevator music just 5 feet away.
That being said, I will usually put both earbuds in if I'm running a high-powered, like, loud machine. But that's because I want to protect my ears from the loud machine. You know?
Yeah, Isaac, I found a dead adventurer with skeletons next to it that will totally animate.
There we go.
But did you find the way? Oh, no.
I don't know. We're both going on literally... I bet you anything this is going to be a big square. We're going to meet up on the other side of this, and that's where the exit's going to be.
All these squares make a circle.
Oh, I have a blue enemy. Alright.
I'm coming. Maybe. Maybe? I think you're right. I think it is a square.
But yeah, so I was like, I now at the end of at the end of 2 days listening to it, I now have like 5 hours left of Aragon. And before I went into my last shift, I was like, you know, I'm actually really excited to go to work today. And Sarah just looked at me and she was like, that's awesome. Why? I'm like, because I get to listen to my book again.
And she lolled.
She did. She was very amused. But she also understood because she has lab work that is very similar. She'll put in her earbuds and listen to a book. And so she's like...
So for the record, I'm going to be a minute before I get to you.
Is it not a square?
It might be. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. But there are a lot of people in this room. And I remember what happened the last time I ran through people in this hardcore mode where we are not allowed to die. And I almost did anyway. So...
Yeah, I killed the blue people. I'm now fighting my own little group of people, so...
If these things would ever stop,
If you need help, let me know and I'll come to you.
Oh, I'm fine. I just, mildly nervous. Also, mildly nervous / feel bad for abandoning you /
Not even remotely worried about my life.
You archery hoe.
Because, yeah, no, my life bar, it's... The most it does is it does the Helsing regeneration. It drops and then immediately comes back to full.
Alright. I forget. Do we get experience? We probably don't get experience for killing things this far away, huh?
I have no idea.
Chase lasers. Ice lasers. Oh, hey, what up, dude?
Yo, I saw your lasers before you saw me.
I didn't even see you. I saw your skeletons.
Ah. My Inviso
yes.
skeletons on your screen.
What was that?
My Inviso skeletons on your screen.
Yeah, they're like translucent. So I'm thinking it's through the middle here.
It could be at the end of this thing too. There's a book up here if you care about it.
A book. Ah, enemies.
I will forever live in anguish and speak in a Scottish accent.
So I think I know you and I have talked about this before. I don't remember if it was on camera or not. But
I never know anymore, man.
Right? It's like, did we talk about that where people were listening or no?
Or by ourselves.
But mother and father watched The Hunt for Red October last night.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah, it was...
They decided to take a walk down memory lane.
It was like, oh, we should watch the movie. What should we watch? I don't know. So they flipped through what they had available.
Oh, yeah, we have a copy of that, don't we?
Like, oh, Hunt for Red October. We should watch that. And Mom's comment was like, ah, yes, one of the last hot Sean Connery movies. And
one of the last hot Sean Connery movies?
Yes.
As in there later became ugly Sean Connery movies?
Well, and that's what she didn't say hot. What was it? But it was something that could be a word. I don't remember what the word was, but it was a word that could be used for attractiveness, but also could be for good, like a good movie. I don't remember. So I looked at her. I'm like, just for the record, do you mean one of the last movies in which Sean Connery was attractive, or one of the last movies that was good? And she stares at me, and she's like, I don't know.
She didn't know the answer to her own statement.
But it reminded me of a conversation you and I had at some point about Sean Connery and the fact that he's like just has tremendous stage presence and whatnot, and people in an age where people are always like, immersion breaking, blah 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 blah. Sean Connery is the guy who can literally, in the case of Red October, be like,
he is the Scottish
my name is
Russian.
Sean Connery. I am a Russian general. And someone with a Russian accent and other characters look and say, Da, you are a Russian. Yes, I know. Because Sean Connery never changes accent. No. He is always Scottish.
He is always Scottish. Haggish? What is this haggish of which you speak?
What is haggish? I'm a Spaniard from Spain / Egypt. And I also spent time in Japan somewhere.
And then,
I'm a Russian general. And then everyone's like, yep, totally.
And then it's the Frenchman playing the Scotsman opposite him.
Yes.
Which is still one of the funniest things about that movie.
The Scottish Spaniard who has no idea what haggish is. And the Frenchman playing the Scotsman.
Who supposedly knows what haggis is.
For all those who don't know, we have now referenced...
like 4 different movies.
Yeah, Hunt for Red October, Highlander.
I was specifically thinking, when it comes to the attractiveness, I think he was pretty attractive in the one with Catherine Zeta-Jones, I think is her name.
Yeah, which I think is that's got to be after Red October, right?
Right? I'm pretty sure he's
older.
older.
The thing is, like, he never looked bad as far as I'm concerned, which is why I asked her the question. I'm like, so...
Right? It's like he...
What does this mean to you?
Like, what movie did Sean Connery look bad in?
I can think of one he looked ridiculous in, though I've never seen it.
What?
It's some, like, sci-fi post-apocalyptic movie thing where literally his outfit is, like, a bright orange rubber...
Oh,
like
I think I've seen
and
scenes
gun belts,
from that.
and he's got this braid.
Is he he's the villain, right?
I have no idea, but he's got this braid that goes down to his back, and he's got a big old revolver pistol thing. I have no idea what it's about, although if I understand correctly, his character is psychic.
Psychic or psychotic?
Psychic, as in with mind powers.
With mind bullets!
With mind bullets, yeah. And that is the end of what I know about that movie. But he, it's a ridiculous outfit. I think it's fair to say that. I think literally anyone would agree that that's a pretty ridiculous outfit.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed this video. At least I'm pretty sure it's the end. I don't know. Are you counting time?
I say, based on that, you weren't timing it?
Nope.
Okay, I am timing it, and we have about 5 minutes left.
Ignore me, and I might actually cut this part of my audio out.
We just cut this whole scene. We're like, oh, we skipped Leoric.
No, just cut our audio. Anyway.
So they're just staring at a screen of silence.
I am not overburdened. Apparently I'm overburdened, Tarren.
You're overburdened.
I will not die. I have like 80 abilities to keep me alive.
And I'll just sit here and kill the spawners.
I mean, you don't have to kill the spawners. The spawners are kind of keeping me alive.
Because of all the minions.
Why did you run towards the enemies?
What?
Why did you run towards the enemies?
Stand still. That's why.
Ah. Cool. I'll be back.
Yep, I'll mop up.
My goodness, Town Portal takes a lot longer than I thought it did.
Actually, you know what? We'll both be back. I have a lot in my inventory as well.
Alright, we will be back. And we're back. What is going on with my buttons here?
Are we not back?
No, we're back. My screen was just being funky.
Okay.
Alright. So we changed up some abilities. We grabbed some things. Tarren apparently has a meteor.
Yep. It's fun. I'm like, oh, I have a meteor. Let's try it out.
I have a Skull of Doom instead of my bone armor now.
Ah. It is satisfactory.
You sound like a Sith. Just, it is satisfactory.
It's funny because as you said that, I was zapping things. So for those watching now, it is satisfactory, he says while shooting lightning everywhere. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the game is. Tarren loves to Palpatine.
Oh, that's not always true, but it can't. What the Moses?
I don't think there's a single game where you can Palpatine that you're not like, oh, this is fun.
I mean, you have to do it the once. You have to. Just, hold up. Is this a dead end?
No, that's the door.
You just, if you can Palpatine, you have to just the once, just unlimited power.
Whatever, Mace Windu should have killed him. That is my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Hello. All right.
To the boss fight!
Boss fight!
It's time for a boss battle, suckers!
Oh. Come at me, you dead hoe.
Yet he's running away. You will never defeat me. Let me make it so that you can't reach me.
To which I respond with, I brought a necromancer to an undead fight. And that is what you do.
That is literally what I do, yes.
No, I just mean like, you know, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You do bring a necromancer to a dead fight.
Ah. Speaking of,
I am
like,
fully prepared.
necromancers and undeads and knife fights, did you know that there's a new Ghost Rider?
As in new comic or new character?
I would assume
because like my understanding is there's like,
and I know there's a new character.
I'm like, my understanding is there's like 8 of them or something. I know there's several.
Well, I know, but there's like a new one, and he has a car.
Oh, he has a car. Why did you abandon me?
Apparently, the backstory for it is like he was in a race, like an illegal drag race kind of thing. And the spirit of the spirit of a ghost. You heard me. The spirit of a ghost.
The spirit of a ghost.
The spirit of this dude was trapped in his car that he was using in the race, and apparently it possessed him and gave him the abilities of Ghost Rider. And he looks pretty cool, but at the edge of his chains he has 2 blades, so he has this like really long dual kukri thing, only with, you know, knives instead of kukris.
That's interesting.
Yeah. He's pretty cool looking. Johnny Blaze, of course, has a special place in my heart, but, you know.
It's funny, because of your spirit ghost comment, all I can think is puns, you know.
All you can think is funds?
Puns.
Oh, puns.
You know, with that spirit in his car, you might say he always has a ghost of a chance. And while riding that car, he can spirit himself away.
You know, even Barbara said she doesn't like her own jokes. Maybe you should take a lesson from her book.
No. You think I make puns for you? You're nuts! Eat it, Skeleton King!
I feel like I'm getting way too confident for being on...
yeah, a little bit. That wasn't nearly as
hardcore.
terrifying as I thought it would be.
Right?
But, you know, there's only one thing to say. We are the champions.
I feel
Nephilim.
like we should bump up the difficulty.
We couldn't, remember? This was literally as high as we could go.
Yeah, and now we're higher level.
I thought it had more to do with, like, beating things on,
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Come with us, obviously who you are.
Oh, I mean, I was surprised.
I mean, I was surprised until we saw his sword. Like, one piece of it.
Because, I mean, Azrael never had a face. Not Azrael.
I'm like,
Azrael?
it's not Azrael.
Tyrael.
Yeah. I was going to say
angel
Tyrion,
name.
but I knew that was wrong.
Cain may have the answers. Cain may have the answers, audience, but you know what? I'm afraid we won't get them until after this conversation.
Sorry. Who are you? What are you?
I didn't know it would jump us right in.
I do like that it's the same voice actor, though.
Well, yeah, no, that would be obnoxious if it wasn't.
Doom.
Hey, Isaac.
Yeah.
I got the Skull Leoric's crown.
I'm sure I did, too.
With its socket bonus.
You're going to wear that thing until the end of freaking time.
Should I be obnoxious with it? No, I don't even have one.
Actually,
Isaac,
no. Mine increases the effect of any gem socketed into this item instead of giving me gems, so...
Yeah, no, that was it, though. It's like I put a gem in it that made it so that I had better magic find or gold find or something.
Oh, I thought you had the one that was like you put a gem in here and every time you kill something and it drops a gem, it also drops a gem of this type.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
The point of me making that joke, guys, was that I wore the crappy Lurik's crown with some amazing gem in it for far, far.
No, you know what he did?
Too long.
He kept it in his inventory. We went into a boss fight. He'd take it off and put an actually good helmet on. As soon as the boss fight was over, boom, back to Leoric's crown.
Yeah, I would. I would keep track of the best helmet I had available. But as long as we weren't in a boss fight, I'm like, no, I want my Magic Find crown or whatever it was.
Annoying prick. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us today. If you want to see more of this or any other game, whether it be lore, let's play, or other, you want to see us dance around in the street naked, that's never going to happen. Sorry.
But this is a Diablo, so I'll dance here.
Is that a thing? Oh, that is a thing. I forgot.
If you can type it, it's a thing. That's right. The necromancers don't dance.
Nope.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. In the meantime, this has been
True Masters and Morons
signing off.
And not dancing. Because necromancers are too edgelord.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like it, hit this subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, go to the link on the left.
And for a video chosen by the gods of YouTube from our channel, hit that link on top.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.